Welcome to the Ramble Radio, motherfucker!
But video.
It is. But for
Yeah.
the 282nd time, 282, a palindrome.
Palindrome.
It's also radio. And it's just you
Us.
and I. Lindsay,
us.
Cody was busy helping Lindsey Graham write the "We Can't Be Racist" because look at Herschel Walker's speech.
Right.
So it's
Right. Because nothing says racist like, hey, look at me, I'm not racist.
Look at me, I'm not look at this black guy. I got to say whatever we want.
That I'm propping up to get a Senate vote.
He says whatever we tell him to say. We're not racist. Anyway, here we are. It's just gonna be you and me.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that.
You know what else we can do?
What?
We can make this. I still have to get caught up on Andor.
Okay.
So we can make this
good
episode.
shit.
Usually our Andor recap episode.
Yeah.
We can, I think, open up our butt cheeks and unleash a Borgnine all over what DC did to us by opening up their butt cheeks and just filming them dropping a giant tub of shit and calling it Black Adam.
Yeah. That's kind of what they did.
It is. They just kind
pretty
of
much
like,
what
here.
Now I'm
Here, everybody. Here, we're going to take a big shit all over you.
here. Pay to watch this.
Pay to see us taking a
Now,
dump.
the one upside to us going to see Black Adam is we did
Yes.
on Tuesday night, and I'm a Stubbs Club member, so it only cost us $5 to see that movie.
That's it.
So
Still,
that's the best part of that night.
all right. Can I do a Southern villain wrestling pro wrestler line?
Okay.
It was still $4.99 too much. At $5.
Here, $5.
It was still $4.99 too much. It was okay. We both were like, maybe it'll be good. We were both like, maybe every critic who shit on it is wrong.
I was hearing, okay, people hate it, but then initially the initial reaction was, oh, this is terrible. And then throughout the weekend, I started hearing, well, it's fun.
It's kind of fun. Not
So
bad.
I kind of went in with open mind, like, you know what?
Okay.
I want to like it.
Yes, because I was thinking maybe all the critics who hate it just have fatigue of these superhero movies.
Yeah.
So they're like, we don't want to see even an okay one. They're going to be like, we're done. We're out.
We're done with it.
This.
And it had Justice Society members, which I was all cool about. Like,
all
I love
excited.
Justice. I love
was all
Justice
excited.
Society. Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. Dr. Fate's my favorite DC character
Yeah.
as a kid. So I actually liked the Society better than the League.
Me too.
I thought the League was like, it's just too much.
Yeah.
Once you have Wonder Woman and Superman on the same team,
it's the Mega Powers.
who's stopping you?
It's the Mega Powers.
It's the Mega Powers.
It's Hogan, Macho Man. Who's
They
beating
have
them?
to fight each other. There's no
Right.
one else.
That's the only way that works.
That's why I was a bigger fan of the Society.
Me too.
So this, I was like, fuck the haters. I'm gonna go in and join. And this is the room of superhero movies. It's like they gave Tommy Wiseau $100 million to make Black Adam. That's how bad this movie is.
No, because that would have been entertaining.
It would. You're right. Wiseau
That would have
made
been
it
entertaining.
fun. This was Eddie can. I'm not. Some people talk shit. Eddie can back it up. I laughed out loud like 3 minutes in. I'm sorry if I embarrassed you and Colton, but I literally laughed out loud during the scene when spoilers galore. By the way, for Black Adam.
Not that anything could be spoiled. It's already rotten.
It was beyond. It showed up spoiled. But the scene at the beginning when the lady, the mom of the most lifeless character in movie history, that 14-year-old kid who just
is that The Rock's son or something?
Like this. Yeah, I'm right. That has to be The Rock's kid.
There's no way that kid went into an audition room and nailed that part.
And beat 5,000 other kids.
It's just
here, everybody.
We cannot take this anymore.
Don't
We
need
need to stand up.
Rise up.
Oh my God.
Come on, everyone.
Did the director standing there not go, cut? Hey, act.
A little more. Give me a little more.
Okay, do that again, but don't
Give
suck.
me a little more. Give me a little more, please. It was He had all the energy of Mae West in Sextet. He really
Whatever.
He had all. What are you doing? I'm a pole vaulter. Aren't we all, baby? It was. So the woman is getting the crown, the ancient crown thing.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
And then the bad guys who have taken over this nation.
Yes.
We don't know what government, or if maybe they were just a really well-trained militia who just took. I don't know.
It looked to be like sort of like a paid army, like one of those Blackwater type armies. It's
and
funded by
they were
somebody.
all British and evil. And one of the British bad guys, who's like at the Eddie, you can attest. I couldn't help it. I started laughing because she's got the crown that they want. They followed him into this mountain.
Yeah.
And he puts a gun to one of her buddies. He's like, all right, give me that crown in 5, 4. And I was like, this movie has no chance.
Nope.
That's when I was like, this film has zero chance.
It's
over.
done from there.
Who does it? You go, oh yeah, boom, 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 boom. Let's take the crown. Fuck these people.
Yeah.
You're
in there with an army of people in a tomb.
Right.
She's not going anywhere.
I told you, it's your brother's turn to use the iPad. You give it to him in 5.
In 20,
like,
19, 18.
It was like they were scolding a 5-year-old. Clean up your room in 10. Not like it was
brutal,
fucking.
man.
I'm like, what am I watching? And it just gets worse from there.
And then you end up having 4 of the same fight scenes.
Dr. Fate has 2 moves. And Hawkman has 2 moves. Cyclone has 1 move. Atom Smasher has 1 move. It was like, it was unbelievable. It was like you're a pro wrestling purist.
I mean,
you're watching Hogan fight the Ultimate Warrior. You're like, okay, with Vince, where Hogan had the moves, but Vince was like, don't do any because you can't get hurt.
Right.
And Warrior was like, you have 2 moves. Go do it.
You have 2 moves. Do both
That's
of them,
what
over
this
and over.
Dr. Fate he brings a little orange sword down.
Yeah.
And then he just multiplies himself. Those are his only 2 moves.
Now, Cyclone and Atom Smasher, the whole movie, I'm trying to figure out why they're in the movie.
Why they're there, why we give a fuck about them.
I mean, Atom Smasher, I guess at some point you sort of use him to hold down Black Adam in one of the fights, but it doesn't really matter.
Lasts for 2 seconds.
And Cyclone does nothing.
She makes it windy. No, just makes it windy for.
Does nothing. Neither one of them do anything. You could have not had them in the movie and just had Dr. Fate and Hawkman going after Black Adam.
It
would have been the same movie.
Same movie. They brought nothing to the table.
There was no point in having them.
And then, so I'm just like, when is this gonna fucking end? I'm looking at my watch more than the screen. The main villain...
And Hawkman was just Iron Mike Sharp to Black Adam's Rick Rude the whole fucking movie. He just was jobbing the whole movie.
He just, what, like, you think you're really going to... And then he was still talking shit like, oh, wait till next time. Yeah, what are you going to do? He's beating the fuck out of you every time.
Every time.
And it's the same fight every time, except they just add more slow motion. That's all they did.
That's my problem with the slow motion. My problem with the slow motion in this movie is because they started doing the slow motion the way they did it in Justice League to show how fast Black Adam's moving. Right. When they introduce him and he's going through and he's destroying the pay-for-hire army, he's moving normal speed. Everybody else moves. So it's showing how fast he's moving.
Yes.
Like Flash and Justice League.
Right.
And then when they go into the fight with Hawkman, they go into a slow motion fight.
And every time there's a fight in the movie, from now on, it's all slow motion.
You've already used up slow motion as a show way of moving fast. Why are you doing it now in a fight scene? It's confusing.
And then what was so stupid was the scene where Black Adam is watching The Good, Bad, and the Ugly on TV.
Oh.
And then the hired mercs, or whatever they are, the guy empties a fucking machine gun round, a whole clip, into Black Adam. Nothing happens.
Yeah.
And yet now he's going to go for his pistol. Now, okay, this machine gun did nothing.
Did nothing.
Let me get the weaker weapon.
But now they're going to set it up as if he's reenacting the draw from.
Now it's like it was so fucking dumb. It was like, it was, oh God, and it was just.
I told you this when we walked out. I was like, that would have been a more interesting film
Yeah.
Had they just done the entire backstory. Because they
Yep.
kept cutting back and forth to him.
Just give me that. It was like Wolverine Origins was a horrifically bad movie, but
Yeah.
the opening credits was the only good thing. Wolverine and Sabretooth fighting each other throughout history.
Was
that
great.
should have been your movie.
Right. This should have been him in 2680 BCE.
That's the whole movie.
As a kid and the father,
Yes.
and then the kid gets the powers, and then he gives them to his father, and then the father... the kid gets killed, and the father, instead of being the hero, takes out revenge,
Yes.
and then they end up putting him in the tomb, and that's the final shot of the movie.
That's it.
And then maybe
you
the
don't know, like you said,
don't know.
you don't know if he's good or bad the next time you see him.
And then the post-credit scene, you see the tomb crack open.
That's it.
And that's
That's
it.
your movie.
That's your movie.
And it's modern. It's now, and you
Yeah.
see the tomb
And
crack open.
yeah, there's Tomb Raiders in there, and someone says the words, and it opens up. You're like, oh, fuck, Black Adam's out now. What's going to happen?
Was so fun.
That would have been
1,000 times better than this stupid piece of shit, like a vanity project for The Rock. That's all this was.
Oh.
This was just The Rock going, I just want to float and look cool for 2 hours.
And then you basically have an end credit scene, which absolutely obliterates the entire point of the
It
film.
negates the movie. Because, okay, so what happens is a villain, the main villain of the movie is a guy who has less screen time than the comic relief character. The guy is barely in the main villain is in the movie for
You don't even see
5
him in the
minutes.
second act, really. You see him towards the end of the second act.
Never in this. He's in the movie for 5 minutes before he becomes the villain at the end of the movie, and then so Black Adam helps what they think destroy him, right?
Yeah.
Which was very dumb because why did he turn the shield off? That
Well,
was
I
so-
figured that out. He turned the shield off because he knew, because he was an heir to the ancient king. He knew the story. He knew what the crown meant, that death was the path to life.
Oh,
so
he wanted him to die.
He knew he needed to die to become
That's
whatever he
right.
had to become.
That's
So that's why he
yes.
turned the shield off.
So he turns off the shield. They kill him.
Yeah.
Black Adam's like, I'll never do this again. I'm going to say Shazam, which, by the way, you just can't. You just can't make a gritty, badass movie where the guy says the word Shazam. That is a PG movie, a G-rated movie. I mean, he might as well have been like, okay, I'll do it. And then he goes, ba da ba da ba da ba dang 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 ba da blue
moon, blue
like, and then he
moon.
turns back because Shazam is the dumbest fucking word, and it's so fucking stupid that you're watching we're a hard ass movie, but the guy
Shazam.
says Shazam. It's so fucking stupid.
So Shazam, or Black Adam, surrenders himself to go
Yeah.
be put in suspended animation because
Right.
he knows he's too dangerous. He can't be the hero.
He realizes he can't be.
All of this happens like in the beginning of the third act. This should have happened
Yes.
in Act 2.
It should have happened in Black Adam Part 3, because it just, or like a crossover Justice Society, Justice League movie where they're getting their asses kicked
And he
they
pops
need help,
out.
and they're like, and then Aquaman, someone's like, we got to go get this guy
Yeah.
out. That's
You
what-
leave
that's
him
what
there
I'm
for a
saying.
couple movies to
Yes.
build up like, oh fuck, Black
And
Adam's
then
back.
when it was so
But
that
no.
was fucking stupid.
Black Adam was gone for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, and then Dr. Fate apparently can see all this, and so he's like, this is what has to happen. But Dr. Fate keeps seeing Hawkman die
Yeah.
in his vision, and he's like, what if there's a third thing? And so Dr. Fate will then sacrifice himself to save Hawkman, and somehow use his astral form to help free Black Adam, right?
Who
To save the
they
day.
just imprisoned because he was so
5
dangerous.
minutes ago.
But now they realize they need him to beat this devil character guy.
So Dr. Fate is a fucking moron. He ain't no Miss Cleo. Miss Cleo would have seen if he, we just hold on to the guy.
Yeah.
Because we need him to fight the demon.
And then we'll go into suspended animation.
Then we'll put him in suspended animation. But instead, so Dr. Fate somehow doesn't see that. He sees everything else but that. And then, so he decides Dr. Fate sacrifices himself to fight the big demon. And he put up that big shield around the palace that nobody could enter. Remember that?
Right. Yeah.
So why doesn't he just put a very smaller version of that around the demon and the thing
right.
can't get out?
And just keep him trapped in there.
You're trapped in there.
That movie's over there.
Yeah, just pick him up. So you put him in that thing, pick him up, dunk him in the ocean. Bye-bye.
Bye. See ya. But they don't do that. So whatever.
They don't do that.
And then so finally, Dr. Fate gets killed.
And Hawkman, and so when he dies, the shield evaporates. And Hawkman still thinking, I can save my friend.
Yeah, Hawkman, by the way.
Hawkman. What's he known
Keyword
for,
hawk.
Eddie?
I think flying.
He can fly his wings.
Right. He can
so
fly.
they're at the top of an outdoor palace. They're in an outdoor...
No roof. There's no roof on it.
They're at the Grove. They're not at the fucking Sherman Oaks. They're not at the fucking Glendale
Galleria.
They're at the fucking...
No roof.
They're at the Grove. There's no roof. And it's a...
The shield disappears.
The shield disappears. Hawkman starts running up the steps like, fly, you fucking idiot.
You're Hawkman.
You're Hawkman.
It's your one power.
It's the one thing you can do easily. And he just I better save my buddy. So he runs. And Dr. Fate's death nobody gives a shit. You don't know him. You don't know with these people.
You don't know a relationship between him and Hawkman. You don't know anything.
You don't feel bad for him or Hawkman. It was like, okay, the guy with the golden helmet died, whatever.
You literally spent more time with the comic relief singing to mixtapes in the van
than this guy, than Hawkman
and Dr. Fate.
And then so then Black Adam comes back to still kind of get his ass kicked by the demon.
Kinda.
And then the demon's like, yeah, you're not a hero. And he's like, but he is. And then Hawkman somehow gets the better of using Dr. Fate. It was so fucking stupid.
Well, he turns into a bunch of Hawkmen.
He pulls Dr. Fate's multiple man
Which didn't work a minute ago when Dr. Fate did it.
Right, but now it works. Now apparently it works.
Hawkman can do it better than Dr. Fate.
He can do it better than Dr. Fate, this thing that Hawkman just learned how to do 2 minutes ago.
And then Black Adam grabs him, gives him his catchphrase, rips him apart.
That was, and then
saves the day.
Saves the day. That was the only entertaining thing about the film, was him trying to time the catchphrase.
Yeah.
That was it. That was one funny moment
when
he says it right when he kills the guy too quick. And he's like, oh. And then, okay, he says it. It was whatever. But
and the movie's over.
That was that 2-second sequence was the only entertaining thing in the film.
And then we get to the post-credits scene where Black Adam's sitting there in his little temple or whatever.
Nick Fury of the DCU.
Waller. She comes in with a hologram saying, hey, you stay where you are or you're done.
We'll let you get out of the one prison.
But stay
your
here.
New prison is your nation, and you stay there.
And then he goes, there's no one on this planet that can stop me. And then she goes, well, we have people that aren't from this planet that can stop you. And then Superman walks through the mist.
And then Black Adam throws a tantrum and destroys the hologram.
Yeah.
And then Superman walks out of the mist. And it's like, if you had this guy on speed dial.
Why did you free Black Adam when the entire point of the movie was to capture Black Adam because he's too dangerous to be out?
He's too dangerous. So you have him captured. And then you free him. And the magic argument's bullshit because he just bring Wonder Woman with him. Or Dr. Fate and Superman could team up to negate the Dr. Fate negates the magic. Superman fucks the guy up. It was
If you know who Black Adam is, and they obviously knew the power of Black Adam when they sent the Justice Society there.
Right.
Why doesn't Waller go, you know what? Just take Superman just in case.
Just in case. Have him there with you.
He's a little bit better than Atom Smasher.
He's a little tougher than Cyclone.
He brings more to the table than Cyclone. Just saying.
What an awful fucking... It was a fucking nightmare disaster.
But to have an end-credit scene that negates the plot point of your entire movie.
The point of the movie was...
The whole point of the movie is for them to capture Black Adam, and he finally surrenders and goes into suspended animation. And then literally 3 minutes later, they free him because they need his power.
But and also Superman right there at all times, ready to go.
Right, and if you need the magic of a god, Shazam's hanging out. Where's he? Waller doesn't know about Shazam,
and his whole fucking family. There's like 6 of them.
Like it's just like to write a movie where you paint yourself into that corner, and then you're just like, what the fuck are you doing?
It was.
And then just to do an end credit scene just to get Superman in there but it really fucking destroys the entire film. Like write better. Right better
and
than
it's
that.
Just like, and
the characters are great. You have great fucking characters in DC.
Characters in DC.
Right better.
Black Adam got really interesting like 10, 15 years ago when they made him an anti-hero.
Yeah.
He got really interesting. It was really
after that whole like 52 and all that, like when they redid the 52.
Reinvented as like a heroic asshole. Like,
yeah. great.
There's so much you could do.
There's so much source material to pull from, and you're doing this garbage.
They blow. Oh fuck! It's just, and there's nothing sadder. Like, could you imagine having the life of those DC fanboys that have to review bomb everything? It's like, what, dude? You guys, that is just. That's the saddest of the fucking sad.
Oh my god!
Right
They're
there.
fucking review bombing She-Hulk, and then they got to defend this turn.
They have to go make sure that Black Adam gets a 90% audience score
on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's like, man, you guys really just let it go, y'all.
Which is not anywhere near being true, because we were literally in the bathroom taking a leak, and on the way out you go, how do you have I forgot what you said walking out of the bathroom.
I said it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That they make a movie. Normally, to make a movie this bad, you have to shoot it in your backyard. You have to have no experience telling a story. You have to have actors who have never been in anything, and they spent hundreds of millions of dollars
to make this shitty movie.
And they made this. Did the people
and
react to that?
Everyone in the bathroom was laughing and in agreement.
Right.
So where's the 90%?
Where's this 90% coming? Nobody liked it. It was an awful pile of fucking. And then I was being an asshole at the end too. Because when she said there are people who aren't of this planet, who aren't from this world, who could fight you, I just go, do you think she made Superman? I said that out loud in that voice right before Superman.
Because it was such a forced reintroduction of Superman.
It was so stupid.
You're telling me all the think tanks and brain powers of Warner Brothers Creative could not have thought of a better way to reintroduce Superman?
And look, here's the thing. This is not like, I don't have a Crips and Blood shit with Marvel and I love them both. I don't give a fuck. I love both. I love all the characters from both of those properties.
Yeah.
Marvel's just been doing a better job, I think, with their film world. DC just they have the Beatles and they're fucking giving us Jan Terry. I don't understand. You have the Beatles and you're giving us the fucking Chocolate Rain guy. You have the Beatles.
Like, you could have had that end credit scene, could have been Black Adam just sitting there in his little castle, and just Superman shows up and go, hey, this is where you're staying from now on.
Yeah, you need to chill. And he's like, yeah, you think you can stop me? And then that's the end.
That way you don't have Waller even knowing about Superman and sitting there, because then you just completely unravel the plot of your movie.
Because Waller's the one who sent the JSA to begin with.
Right. Just remove Waller from the end credit scene.
So fucking stupid.
Just have Superman show up and go, hey, man, you just chill out, okay? You stay here, and no problem.
So Black Adam.
Woo.
What a pile of shit. What a horrific, disgusting pile of shit. And
I like worst DC movie, I think, since the first Suicide Squad, I want to say.
I haven't seen many of the post Christopher Nolan DC movies. You know, once he was done with Batman, those are kind of the last ones I had to go see. I didn't like the Batman. This makes the Batman look like Paz de Glory. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so bad. It is so fucking bad. Oh my god.
I couldn't even have fun with it because it was so fucking bad, and that's what bothered me with it. Because I couldn't even have fun with it.
Brutal. But I hate to do this.
Oh man.
At least we gave our Ramblers and James a do not go see this movie.
Do not. Unless you can do it for free, maybe. Wait till
free or Stubbs $5 night. Even then
it's not worth seeing.
$4.99 too much.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's bad.
Skeletor.
Oh boy.
Have you ever had your expectations shit on to the level that we've had with Black Adam?
Eddie, that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad that you've asked me that. I guess one time was really bad. I created a potion, you understand, that whoever drank from it would be completely enamored with me, okay? You know what I mean? And so, I give this portion to the sorceress. Snuck it in. She took a swig, and she wanted the S-Man, you know? And, well, let's just say I did a little muff diving on the sorceress, thinking it was going to be exquisite. She hasn't douched in over 5,000 years. It was disgusting. It's the worst pussy I've ever tasted. It was, oh my God, it was just, you know what I had to do? I had to go to the largest river in Eternia to gargle some of the wastewater in there to get the taste out of that mouth, and that was inside of He-Man's mother's pussy. It's so big, there's a river in it. You know, it's how big it is.
I don't think that's a river.
And the sorceress, it still tasted better than the sorceress's snatch. Okay.
I don't think that's a river.
I don't think that's I don't think he went down. I don't buy that either.
Yeah,
he's just talking shit. I mean, that's just
clean yourself up. That's it.
Okay.
You're gonna be living in Castle Grayskull for an Eternia, but you can't fucking you get one little douche pad in there. What, they don't sell those? Sorceress, there's no Grayskull gift shop where you can clean that fucking snatch of yours up.
Okay.
Jesus.
All
right.
Cinesnob Cody.
Cinesnob Cody, please go follow so we can get Loquisha
back to where it needs to be, above Black Adam.
Above Black Adam. How is Black Adam? Sadly, I think it's a toss-up between Black Adam and Loquisha. If I had to, I want to just watch
money
the
spent?
worst thing ever?
Come on.
Right, do I want to watch the worst big budget thing ever or a horrifically racist shitty thing? I don't know. I'm going to have to go with Black Adam, but goddamn, it's what a terrible choice. Eddie, where can all the fine folk find you?
5 days a week, patreon.com, The Ralph Report. Tuesdays, Fridays, we got Ramble Radio. Wednesdays, we got Ramble Proper.
That's what's up. You can find me in the same Ramble places you can find Eddie and Cody. I'm also on Twitch, twitch.tv/RetroRocha, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, and I'm on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Posting, baby. Posting. This was Ramble Radio 282. We want you all to have a great weekend. We're going to be back.
We will.
We'll be back Tuesday.
We will.
With another Ramble Radio 283, probably.
Yeah,
we might even have Cody for that.
Maybe.
Jesus Christ.
It's getting close to election time, though. That's crunch time.
It's going to be rough. He's probably, and we know, thank God this doesn't air on Saturday because we tape it Friday, and you know he's going to be sitting with Ted Cruz for the World Series game 1.
Oh, you know he was. Probably in his lap.
In his lap. So there's that. But we love you all. Stay safe. You know where to find us. Find us. Don't go see Black Adam, please.
Don't. Stay away.
It's a rough one. We love you all. Have a good one, everyone.